The explosive finale of 1923 is almost here. And let me tell you, it's not what any of us expected. 2 hours of pure chaos, heartbreak, and shocking reveals are on the way. But is this really the end of the story? Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Your go-to spot for everything 1923, Yellowstone, and beyond. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe for the latest updates, breakdowns, and hidden Easter eggs you might have missed. Let's dive right in, because there's a lot to unpack. First off, the season is wrapping up earlier than we anticipated. The originally planned 8th episode has been scrapped, and instead we're getting a 2-hour finale. But here's the twist. It's no longer being called a series finale, just a season finale. Now, this could be a clever marketing move to keep us watching, but based on behind-the-scenes info, there's a strong chance this isn't the end of the story at all, meaning we might not get the full resolution we've all been waiting for these past couple of years. So what can we expect from this dramatic conclusion? Let's start with Alexandra. Her situation couldn't be more dire. She's stranded in the middle of nowhere, snowed in with a dead body in her car, and her only ride to Montana? Gone. It's like Taylor Sheridan decided to throw every obstacle in her way. And honestly, this time, she might have brought it on herself. Despite warnings, she chose to take a risk without considering the consequences. She could have waited for spring, but now her survival is hanging by a thread. That said, some sharp-eyed fans pointed out something interesting in my last video. A glimpse of train tracks ahead. If that's true, it changes everything. She may be able to walk to a nearby station and find help. It's going to be a brutal journey, but Alexandra isn't just walking for herself. She's walking for her baby. We'll likely see her briefly at the start of the episode as she finds a way to Montana, and then again at the end, finally reuniting with Spencer. So yeah, grab your tissues. Now let's talk about Tiana. Her story has been gut-wrenching from the beginning, and unfortunately, her battle isn't over yet. After losing her father, grieving her lover, and taking justice into her own hands against Father Renaud, you'd think she'd finally find peace. But no. Marshal Mamie is hot on her trail. Even though she had every reason to act the way she did, the law doesn't exactly see it that way. At first, Mamie seems ready to imprison her, but something changes after hearing her story. A shocking truth is revealed. Tiana is pregnant. This moment completely shifts the direction of her fate. Instead of jail time, Mamie chooses to let her go, banishing her from Orlando. We already know she'll end up in Montana eventually. She's Thomas Rainwater's grandmother, after all. But I wouldn't be surprised if we need another season to fully explore her journey. And yes, there's a rumor Mamie might get her own spinoff. Not my favorite idea, but I'd love to hear what you think. Now let's talk about a glimmer of hope. Spencer is finally making it back to Montana. After what feels like an eternity of train hopping and danger, he's almost home. But of course, nothing in this world comes easy. A massive snowstorm is slowing him down, and Donald Whitfield has made it very clear Spencer is a threat that needs to be eliminated. So yes, this finale will feature one of the most intense action scenes yet, with hitmen on Spencer's trail. But don't panic. Spencer isn't going anywhere. The tables will turn, and they'll be the ones paying the price. Once Spencer arrives, though, he walks right into a full-blown gunfight. Jacob, the sheriff's men, and Donald's forces are all waiting at the train station. Total chaos is about to break out. And back at the Yellowstone Ranch, Donald's men are launching an attack of their own, which means Kara is stepping up in a major way. She's defending her home, her family, and making sure Spencer has something to return to. By the end of it all, we'll see the Duttons dispose of the bodies by tossing them off the cliff above the train station. A moment that sparks the infamous train station lore in Yellowstone history. Now I know what you're thinking. What about Elizabeth? Her grief over losing Jack is spiraling into something dark. She's not only heartbroken, but the weight of it all is putting her unborn child at risk. Kara won't just be fighting to protect the ranch. She'll be doing everything she can to save Elizabeth. The silver lining? This intense situation will force Elizabeth to act. She'll pick up a rifle and fight back, stepping fully into the role of a true Dutton woman. But sadly, rumors suggest she won't stay. With Jack gone, she may decide to return to the city and leave this life behind. There's so much emotion, action, and mystery packed into this finale. and whether it's the end of the story. As most of us have realized by now, the season is wrapping up much earlier than expected. The original plan was to have 8 episodes, but now we're getting a surprise 2-hour season finale. And here's the kicker. This isn't being called a series finale anymore. It's a season finale. So could this mean the end of the show? Or is this just a clever marketing move to hook us for what's to come? From the latest behind-the-scenes scoop, it looks like this finale is setting the stage for more drama and conflict down the line. So while we might not get all the answers we've been dying for, it's clear this story is far from over. A journey of survival. First up, let's talk about Alexandra. She's in deep trouble, guys. Trapped in the wilderness, stuck under a pile of snow with a dead body in her car, and absolutely no way to get to Montana. Her situation is looking grim. You know Taylor Sheridan isn't afraid to put his characters through the ringer, and Alexandra's been taking hit after hit. It's hard to watch because she really could have avoided all of this. After ignoring all the warnings in the last episode, she decided to set off on her own, and now she's paying the price. Yes, spring is just around the corner, but now the weather's getting even worse. It's going to take a miracle for her to make it out alive. But there's hope. Some of you pointed out a crucial detail in my last video. Alexandra's car is near the train tracks. That's a game changer. If she makes it to the railroad, she might be able to catch a train and make her way to Montana. It won't be easy, but for her baby's sake, she'll endure it all. We'll likely see her at the beginning of the episode, looking for a way out of her situation, but her real moment will come at the end of the episode when she finally reunites with Spencer. Get your tissues ready because this meeting is going to be emotional. Now let's talk about Tiana. Her journey has been filled with heartache from the start, losing her father, mourning her lover, seeking revenge on Father Renaud. It's been nonstop pain for her. After everything she's been through, I thought maybe, just maybe, she'd find some peace. But nope, it looks like she's still not out of the woods. Marshal Mamie Fett is closing in on her, and while we can all agree she had good reason to kill that priest, the law doesn't exactly see it that way. Tiana will have to fight for her freedom in this finale. Mamie seems determined to imprison her, but after hearing her story, something shifts. He discovers a shocking truth. Tiana is pregnant. This revelation completely changes everything. Instead of locking her up, Mamie makes a surprising decision. He lets her go, banishing her from Orlando. Now we know she eventually makes it to Montana because, well, she's Thomas Rainwater's grandmother, but this revelation about her pregnancy is a turning point. Mamie isn't about to let a young pregnant woman rot in a prison cell. Some of you have mentioned that Mamie might even get her own spinoff. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I'd love to know if you'd be interested in seeing her story unfold in more detail. Now on to Spencer. After what seems like an eternity of obstacles, Spencer is finally nearing Montana. But of course, nothing is ever easy in this world. A brutal snowstorm is slowing him down, and Donald Whitfield's men are hot on his trail. It's all building up to an epic showdown. Spencer's not going down without a fight. This guy has come too far. But before he even gets to Montana, he's going to be caught in one of the most intense action scenes we've seen yet. Donald's hitmen will be after Spencer, and trust me, there's going to be bloodshed. But fear not. Spencer isn't going anywhere. The hitmen will get their due this time around. Once Spencer finally steps off that train, things are going to get wild. It's an all-out shootout at the train station, with Jacob, the sheriff's men, and Donald's forces all clashing. This is the chaos we've all been waiting for. While Spencer and Jacob are caught up in the crossfire at the train station, Donald's forces are launching a full-on attack on the Yellowstone Ranch. That means Kara is going to have to step up in a big way. She's not just protecting a ranch, she's protecting what's left of her family, and she's making sure Spencer has something to come home to. It's going to be intense, and I'm absolutely rooting for her. This is where we'll see Kara shine, as she becomes a fierce protector of everything the Duttons hold dear. Elizabeth's grief and turning point. And what about Elizabeth? Her grief over losing Jack is only growing worse. It's pushing her to the edge, and it's starting to put her unborn child in danger. Kara's going to be doing everything she can to keep Elizabeth safe, but this dark time is going to force Elizabeth